does it mean to be the CEO of Above and Beyond?
CEO of Above and Beyond. Loads of sleepless nights, worries, making the impossible happen all the time, getting garments in from all over the world, dealing with suppliers, constantly trying to make sure we exceed our customers' expectations.
What are those sleepless nights? I mean, what are your everyday operations like?
We have a design team in Turkey and in Romania, and at 7, 8, because of the time difference, I'm already speaking with them. And then between 7 and 10, I'm also speaking with our manufacturing group in Asia, in India, and in Vietnam. So I'm usually up at 6 in the morning talking, and then at 11 till 8, typically we're also talking in the office, making sure retail, the science and the art of retail works, and we meet our customers' expectations on a daily basis.
So when does your day end? There's no end in sight. Your day never ends.
Never does.
Wow.
Because we're dealing with 4 different time zones, you know, so that's what it takes to be an entrepreneur in Nigeria. Your day never ends. You're constantly working, and we run a 7-day business, and so we're on call 24/7.
What does business mean to you? Because I know that you were into mobile phones at some point, and then now garments. How did you get into that?
Garments was my wife's idea, inspiration. My expertise there was just the art of retailing. I can really sell, I believe I can sell absolutely anything. I just understand how to create a marketplace, and the rest follows.
Where did you get the inspiration to do business? I mean, mom, dad, somebody in the family? Where did you all?
Yeah, my father worked for the Nigerian Customs Service all his life, and I figured that was not what I was cut out.
Why? You make it sound bad.
Yeah, because he wasn't in control of his life. He was posted and he was everywhere. It didn't seem like he was in control of his life. He succeeded at it, but I found it more appealing seeing my mom jump on a plane every other week to Rome, to Italy, to buy goods and sell. And I figured I never wanted to work for anyone also, and it was easier for me to create my world, and retailing was the way to go, and it just fell in place. And luckily, besides seeing my mom trade, my wife also has a passion for designing garments, and she designs everything we sell. So I was just in the middle of a lot of talented people.
Tell me something about your grandmother. I think you mentioned that, you know.
She was. My grandmom, incidentally, was the most successful trader because she was totally illiterate, but she ran a thriving business importing, shipping in plantain from Bendel State in those days. And she built a couple of houses from plantain trading. That's success, if you tell me, for a 60-year-old illiterate woman.
So, I mean, having learned from grandma and mom, you know, and having found yourself, did any other person in the family catch this trading fever?
Yeah, my sister, she runs a company with her husband, Ashes. She's my greatest...
Who's your sister?
She's my greatest competitor because between my mom and my sister, they reveal all our business secrets to her, and she copies it, and I'm not safe. There's a lot of domestic industrial espionage that happens to me. So, you know, she's about the only person.
So, did you ever think you'll be where you are now?
Yes and no. Yes, when I was in the university, I always figured I was going to succeed, and I wanted to succeed and be successful, but I never figured that I could dream big dreams, and and the energy and God and everything could make it come to pass. And I'm not even and I know that we've not really begun the journey, but where we are now, it's only God. It's nothing else. It's not talent, not any other thing. It's just God.
What would you say to a young upcoming entrepreneur? You know, I usually get a chance to talk to them every now and then, and there's so much discouragement out there, like you had, you know, and they're discouraged. Still have. Okay, you're just starting. Yeah. So what would you say to a young upcoming entrepreneur, or somebody that they've already started their dream, they're already on the journey, but there's so many issues? What would you say?
A wise man once said, the secret of his success, Thomas Edison, 99% hard work, 1% inspiration. That's the only thing I'll tell a young man. And if you happen to be a young entrepreneur in Nigeria, 200% hard work, 0.5% inspiration, because everything is stacked against you. But if you have the tenacity and the never say die spirit, you will succeed at it. Those are the only things that make it work. And seek knowledge. Constantly seek knowledge. Stay on top of whatever industry you are. Find the core knowledge base in whatever retail, hospitality, and seek knowledge.
Would you also say, in addition, that people should stick to what they do part-time? You know, the power of focus. Just focus, because like I said earlier, I know you were into phones, and then you came in, and I know when you were into phones, you were into it big time, and then now you're into garments. Would you say that is an advantage? Just, you know.
Incidentally, yes, focus is good in the beginning, because in the beginning you need to learn a lot of lessons. But with time, your focus can expand and you put structures in place. But interestingly, what we did selling mobile phones and what we're doing selling garments is still the same basic thing. We see a demand, and we are the intermediaries that make sure the demand is met, and we create an environment for the product and the customer to come together. And what we did with mobile phones and garments is not really any different. It's just that the dreams are bigger. We're planning to we're trying to take above and beyond to the next and Marks and Spencer level. And that's where we're going. So it's not any different.
Okay, what are some of the things that limit the entrepreneurial expression in the Nigerian youths today? What?
Everything limits. Everything in Nigeria limits. Our education is poor. There is no school in Nigeria or in West Africa. There are only 2 countries that offer courses in fashion retailing, in South Africa and in Egypt. That's how bad it is. There's a poor knowledge base, poor infrastructure, there's no access to credit. Everything that you can imagine, there's no electricity to run your retail stores, and 40% of your overhead goes into burning fuel and generators. So everything is stacked against you. That's why an entrepreneur that succeeded in Nigeria has succeeded beyond the pale, because everything is built to fail. So if you're able to break through that built to fail, you've broken through big time. And the knowledge you learn, you gather in breaking through an environment that is built to fail, takes you the rest of your life.
Does it mean that if you manage to succeed in Nigeria,
you can succeed anywhere else in the world?
Anywhere else in the world?
Yes.